Well, I did a video on the best way to make instant coffee, and I also think as a young British man it'd be a crime if I didn't do one on tea. So here is what I think is the proper way to make tea. Here's my shitty kitchen. Dishes are done this time. Anyway, there are many different ways to make a good cup of tea. Most are suitable and most I wouldn't turn my nose at. And also there are many different types of tea. I feel they come into two categories. The fruity, green, flavourful ones which don't require milk, and then the typical bog standard tea which we all know and love. I personally have a taste for the Queen's tea, Earl Grey. It falls into the typical one but with a bit more flavour, but I enjoy them all. Most of you, especially if you're a labourer or work in an office, will be familiar with a good old cup of builder's tea, and statistically the majority of you will have it with milk and 2 sugars, which is fine. You can have it how you want. Along the years, I feel I have perfected all the techniques and nuances to make sure I get a proper and perfect cup every single time. It falls into 5 stages: the pour, the infuse, the removal, the sugar, and the milk. The first 3 stages are the most important and will be how all tea should be brewed. I'm going to demonstrate how a normal person would make a cup of tea. Pour, squeeze, sugar, stir, milk. Seems fine, right? Wrong. Although 99% of you would be happy with this, there are many missed key points that could improve this cup. Firstly, the pour. The wrong way to pour is to just dump it in the cup. You want to slowly pour directly over the tea bag, covering all areas, slowly letting the water drip through the tea leaves, infusing them with flavour. If you do this slowly enough and carefully enough, you should see a foam developing inside the bag. This is a good sign. Secondly, the infuse. Optimally, you want to leave the tea there for the flavours to digest for a few minutes. If you can't do that, then quite simply, you are lazy. Third, the removal. Now, the majority of people will get their spoon, squeeze the tea bag with it, and then take it out the cup. Now, this makes me cringe at the sight. If you squeeze the tea bag like that, you release all of that disgusting foam that was contained within the tea bag. If you leave it for a few minutes, then the flavour should already be there. But if you still want to do it, then the alternative is to squeeze the bottom of the bag and only release the juices there. You don't want that foamy shit in your tea. Now, the first 3 stages apply to all types of tea. It is how you will get optimum flavour out of the bag, for lack of a better phrase. Moving on for traditional tea then. The sugar you always stir before the milk. Why? Because it dissolves quicker in boiling water, you idiot. Then you add the precious milk, if it is that kind of tea of course, and if you like milk. Now there is a colour scale of preference, some like it dark, some like it milky. But me, however, I like it right about here. This is perfect. In my opinion, if you're choosing anything but this, you're a wrong'un, and I don't trust you with my life, let alone my tea. So, as I've mentioned, there are a few key rules to follow. Pour slowly. Be patient. Don't squeeze the foamy shit out of the bag. And always stir the sugar before the milk. And whatever you do, don't ever put the milk in first. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I could do with a few subscribers, and I'm going to try and upload a little bit more regularly. If not, then whatever. I'll get over it.